Oh, wait a damn minute. I just figured out what they mean. They said not after what the gnomes did to us. They probably mean the mining company, right? Who built this lovely little shithole and everything, but at the same time seem to have ruined it, or cursed it, or whatever the fuck. Did they just happen to dig up these legions of bandits who somehow were living underground the entire time, completely unaware of the wider world? I don't know, because that seems to be your only problem. Like, your only problem in the entire city so far seems to be the bandit issue. But, I mean, clearly something else is going on, because there is a caged man living right in the middle of the city, and I guess that's the dude who was climbing through the mayor's window, but I don't know. From the conversations I've had with 2 entire people so far, I'm kind of on the window breachers side. Oh my god, there are 3 missions in this place. Remember when I was saying that Datir had nowhere near as many side missions as all the other places? I take it back. Forever. This is insane. What do we got over here? A load of peasant clothes I couldn't really care less about. Do kinda wanna loot this bookshelf. Probably absolutely fuck all interesting in there, but I mean, it's a letter. And I love me some fucking letters, so I will be taking all of that, please. Compendium 1 I'm pretty damn sure we have, but I don't think we've ever seen the memorandum. Let me take another big old sippy. Interactions with civilians. This is a reminder for all employees of Motus Mining Interest that any and all dealings with non-personnel are to be avoided at all costs. Due to the high incidence of solicitation and erroneous damages claims by such people, all interactions between Motus Mining personnel and non-personnel will be intermediated by branch heads. Why did you capitalize that? I know it's meant to be like the heads of the branch, like the branch of the company. The way it's capitalized, it just sounds like, I don't know, some kind of weird-ass tree-themed heavy metal band. And I love everything about that, but what do you mean solicitation? Solicitation? I mean, are all the gnomes trying to buy the big sex off of all the humans around it? What do you mean? What is solicitation mean? Like, I've only really heard the term solicitation with another word before it, like sexual solicitation, and that's basically the only example I can think of right now because I'm a degenerate. Yeah, that's not good, is it? That's not a good sign. Are you a person? You are indeed a person, but you are a useless person with nothing to say, so go fuck yourself. I am gonna start with Bera.
Welcome to the Thirsty Wench. I'm Bera Grastar, owner...
I am the Thirsty Wench.
Namesake. We don't get many strangers in Whitestone, at least not since Motus pulled out and the mercenaries dug in. What can I get you?
You can get me a lot of knowledge, because apparently I'm never, ever allowed to buy a fucking drink. If I just do a bit of a chug, does that immediately give me my fate back? Does that just immediately fuck up my entire point of being the Fateless One? Or can walking corpses just not really handle their drink very much? Because I'm perfectly fine with being a lightweight, I'm perfectly fine with alcohol almost killing me. I mean, I've got a shield up at all times. I think my kidneys will be fine. Whitestone.
Same old faces, same old troubles. Whitestone hasn't changed much since the gnomes left us to the wastes.
I think that's what they're mad about.
Business. We do have a few
but I get the
visitors.
feeling they don't know what
Alpha
happened.
And a traveller to boot. I'd better watch out or the thirsty wench is going to get all respectable.
I like you. I get the feeling that the gnomes probably left before the town was entirely finished. Because they did seem like the gnomes were trying to do good things for these people. They might not have had good intentions in every area. They might have been trying to make a lot of money by doing bad boy things, but it doesn't seem like they ever meant to endanger these humans. It seems like what they did was a mistake. It seems like that what they did might have been a little bit scummy, but they didn't know it was going to awaken some kind of demonic presence or whatever the fuck. I don't know if that exists, but it's just an example. So yeah, it seems like they were doing a bit of a dig. They found something horrible. They immediately bailed and maybe left this place half finished, which is why every single building we've been in so far is just straight up missing a wall. At least one fucking wall, and that wall is just made up of big old fucking rocks. Travelers.
They come into town every so often, looking to socialize, I guess. Best keep your eyes on your belongings. There's a whole camp of them east of here near the cliffs. I think they call it Sun Camp. That was a joke.
What? What? fuck was that? What was that supposed to mean? And why have you just zoomed in on my luscious fucking lips? I know I'm beautiful, game, but you don't have to keep pointing it out. You're making me uncomfortable. But I mean, what? I think they call it sun camp. That was a joke. Was that finished?
Yeah, they commented. There's a whole camp of them. That was a joke.
What? Hold on, let me try that again.
There's a whole camp of them.
Oh, she was meant to say I have no idea why. And I guess the joke is because, oh, I don't know why it's called sun camp. Maybe because we're in a desert. But I guess the voice actor just never read that part of the line. Either that or the editors are stupid. That was bad. I don't want a room because that requires money, of which I have 4 million and you're allowed none of it. Prisoner.
Steg? He's a good
Steg?
kid. Dumb as a plank, but sweet as they come. I really hope he gets out soon so he and Rindy can be together.
I think he's probably going to be tortured for at least another few decades first. I think Rindy might just move on. Maybe I can break him out. But I mean, he lives here. If he's seen once, he'll just be thrown back in with a little bit extra torture thrown in for good measure. Motus mining interests.
Barely worth my breath, those bastards. Tell me, is it right to build a town and then suddenly leave it to rats? I don't think so either. The gnomes of Motus Mining have the people's hopes to answer for. They know better than to ever show their faces in Apatir again.
Because you said they've built the town and then left it to rats. I mean, doesn't everyone? Maybe not in medieval times or fantasy land or whatever the fuck. But surely the builders of a town, that they build it, they're not really then asked to maintain it. Is it just because everyone in this town is stupid, or not a single one of them knows what a brick is? Like, I don't understand. I don't really see how this is their fault. Just train. Learn how to fucking maintain it yourselves. It's not the gnome's fault that you just decided to let it fall to fucking ruin, you assholes. Eswin.
He's fine as far as nobles go, although he doesn't exactly fit in around here. He lacks that important layer of filth that comes from growing up in Apatir.
I mean, there's a very, very different layer of filth that you get from growing up in the city. Apparently, everyone despises this man. He's got to be pretty damn slimy. And not in a good way. Apatir families. Apatir now sounds worse than Apatir to me, but they both sound awful. How can a word that looks so awesome sound so bad no matter how you say it?
Not everyone in Apatir worked for one of the big mining families, but most of them did.
Sounds good in a Russian accent.
When dried up, they stayed with their crews. Only now they're robbing travelers and kidnapping merchants instead of digging. Only thing we dig in Whitestone these days are graves.
Well, that's incredibly fucking depressing. Did you really have to word it like a joke? It sounds like you're doing like a witty fucking comment. That's a sad thing. Stop laughing at all the corpses. Although they are pretty damn hilarious. Food supplies.
Don't tell anyone, but I've run out of meat to serve the customers. If these louts find out, they're liable to start a riot. Do you have any meat with you? I'll pay you good money for it.
I would like to point out the turkey 2 feet away from you. I guess I can get some. I have some spider stingers. Is that edible? I wouldn't attempt it.
I guess that's better than nothing. I don't care where you get it, as long as it smells like meat when I place it over the fire.
Ah, fantastic. I'll bring all the corpses of those humans I just slaughtered outside. Do I have animal meat?
Some meat, or it'll be my bones they'll be eating.
Fucking Christ, no? Why is this normalized here? Let's go back to sweeping. Don't get yourself cannibalized. Good go. Right, what do we got over here? Oh, I've already explored this place? Okay. It seems like all the customers are... Oh, maybe it's just the middle of the night and they're asleep? That would explain why this place sucks. Oh! And you're the Alpha that everyone was terrified of or whatever. Were they terrified or they just think you're weird? I can't quite remember. Who even said it was the merchant? I think it was the merchant. Compendium 8. I don't know if I have that one, so we will be taking it. Eventually, I want to read every last fucking issue or volume, whatever the fuck you want to say, of the compendium. I don't actually know what's contained within it. We've had, like, a good amount of those books. I know they go up to, like, at least 15 or whatever the fuck. And I don't think I've read a single one somehow. I should probably get around to that. Who the hell are you? Squire Corin? Or the much less of a disaster-looking Lena Ardeen. Talk to me, Lena.
Are they giving you a hard time around here, too? Whitestone, a boot full of vipers, this place. Can't stand it. And after everything we've done for them down in Sun Camp,
Oh, you're a
you'd think
traveler.
they'd be more appreciative. And starvation's too good for the mayor, I say.
Maybe stop screaming all that out loud right next to the guards, because I think I would also get ass fucked, just by association.
It's a
Whitestone.
good town, or it was before the Motus disaster and the mercenaries. I have fond memories of Whitestone. I used to buy candy at Varrick's place.
Aww.
Simpler times.
You look 30 max and have the voice of like a chain-smoking Betty White. But sure, whatever, don't know how that happened, guess it's an elven thing. Now, am I playing dumb? Or is my amnesia getting so much fucking worse? Do elves get dementia? I guess so. What is Sun Camp?
We're travelers by affiliation, but we specialize in fair exchange of goods and services. Not to say we won't steal, it's just not our stock and trade. You'll find us east of here, past
they're like the
old
master
Motus
fences
mining
in Sun
headquarters
Camp.
building, just shy of the seaside cliffs. You should stop by, it's quite a view.
Not exactly what I expected in the desert landscape, but sure, I'll take it. Why do you hate the mayor?
Silly question. Who doesn't hate the mayor? We travelers had a good thing going here in Whitestone. The people came to us for their needs. We had a relationship. Now, Mayor.
Then how the
Eswin
hell did he
says
take
trading
power?
with
I guess the
travelers is
mercenaries?
illegal, and as a result, the folks of Apatir won't touch us. I'm surprised they even let me into town without a fight.
Don't worry, I would be gladly willing to touch you, ancient Betty White. Can I try to steal it?
You're welcome to give it a go, but I can't promise you'll
What
get
are we
anywhere.
talking about? What am I
That old
stealing? She didn't mention
mansion was
anything.
built by the gnomes back when they first settled the village. It's got more hidden corners than a spider web. I doubt old Eswin's even seen all of it. I doubt the old mayor has either.
What?
Maybe I'll show some initiative.
Am I more brain dead than I
eventually.
thought?
Until then, you're welcome to make us both look good.
What am I stealing? Just his privacy? By breaking it? All I asked was, what is Sun Camp? You told me it's a pretty little place where people go and sell stolen goods. That is it. And then sir, are you asking me to steal your own home? Just pick it up and throw it elsewhere? I don't think I'm I mean, I don't know. I am the most powerful mage in the world. I can rip stars out of skies. I think I could probably lift up a few tents and just launch them into oblivion. Getting into the mayor's
doors are locked,
house.
so I'm guessing there are keys required. That's usually how the arrangement works.
Okay, thanks, arsehole. Why do you have to be so mean to me?
Some of us
Travelers.
join because we have to. Others expect it to be an adventure. We're a patchwork, really, a glorious patchwork of imperfection.
Aw, that's a really, really sweet way of saying most of you are assholes. Mayor
He's as
Eswin.
corrupt as they come, but I shouldn't be one to speak, not with my associations. Still, it's one thing to say you're a crook, and another to pretend you're not.
I kind of really like this lady. I think that voice makes more sense on a human. I don't think I've ever seen an elf that sounds like that. You're all meant to sound... You don't have to all sound like the soft-voiced fucking stereotype or anything, but it doesn't fit your face. This game has such an issue with, like... I guess it's because they've got such a limited pool of voice actors. It's like the Skyrim situation, or just any Elder Scrolls game ever situation, where, like... Well... You know, the only two Elder Scrolls game that have voice acting, but still, it's really sad. Lena
It
Adi.
wasn't my life plan to become a traveler, believe me. But sometimes necessity is the only star you follow. My parents were miners and worked themselves to the bone to provide. When the Terrenium dried up, so did they, you could say. I didn't want to leave Apatir, so I stayed.
Aww.
Bye.
Give me the saddest part of your fucking life. Expect comforting and everything. I'm just like, yeah, I'm probably out of here now. Whatever, bye. Oh, I'm an absolute monster. What do we got in here? I mean, I know there is a guard and a mercenary right fucking next to me and everything, but you don't mind, do you? Just getting my practice in. I probably won't take anything. That seems pretty important. Oh, you fucker! I have to do this 100 times until that 99 becomes something half fucking decent. Maybe I can just go over here. Maybe I can murder him. Maybe I can come back another time. I mean, this is the middle of the night. If you were ever expecting a time where guard duty would be a little bit lax, it would be now. How can this guy see me? You're asleep. Oh, come on. This is absolute shit. I can't believe this is a thing. I'm not trying 100 fucking times, but I need this. This piece of paperwork was left behind by the officials of Modus Mining Company, the Gnome business concern once based in Apatir.
No
What if I pickpocket
Keep
you?
the streets clear.
But loitering's what I'm best at, and you're vaguely rich. Huh, good for you. What has this lady got? Okay, she's a bit terrifying. Don't want to get beheaded right now, so I'm just going to talk to corn on the cob.
What is it? Can't you see I'm celebrating? That's right. Raise a glass, friend. Let's make a toast to cowards.
And let's fall asleep right beside each other. It'll be adorable. What the fuck's going on? Who the hell are you?
Walk the wall of Melsenshire. Do you know what that's like? The silence breathes. The shadows move. Every night is a lifetime. No drink can drown those memories.
Memories. No elf should ever sound like this, and no elf should ever look like that. Your eyes are trying to leave, sir. They're coming right for me. The Crystal War. Can I make you just ever so slightly smilier?
What's there to say? The Tuatha just keep growing bolder, and our numbers fewer. Not like the people of Apatir care. They've got their own problems.
And Whitestone itself.
This village is as good as any. I've seen many such places, all of them ravaged by the war, all of them feeling the distant decay of the Tuatha. There is no escape.
So what are you, a deserter? Or a dude who's just done? Are you injured as all hell? Because, I mean, you're looking pretty fine to me. It seems like your face is completely frozen in place forever, but other than that, I'm sure you're fine. And if anything, that's a good thing. That face could strike fear into the hearts of any fucking arsehole, especially the Tuatha. What do you celebrate? I meant even the Tuatha, not especially. I don't know why that would affect especially them, but whatever. What are you celebrating?
I've made a choice, you see. After much deliberation and many pines, I've decided to disobey my direct superiors and not perform my duties. To the fire
so you're only just deciding to desert now?
I've finished delivering death notices. I've seen the faces of the war dead. I've no desire to look into the eyes of their loved ones.
So, you're just giving the loved ones false hope for all time? And you're just fine with that? What do you mean, what are your duties? He literally just listed all of them.
I volunteered to be a messenger, to bring death notices from the War Council to the families of the deceased.
So first you pussy out from all the fighting.
From the war. It's been
Then you pussy out from being a bit
I
sad.
through some of them, but by the time I reached Apatir, I was done.
I know it must be, like, incredibly hard to do, but to just leave it there. Like, man, what you're doing, I know I was just like, you've pussied out of the fighting and everything, but what you're doing is such an important fucking thing. Imagine the hell that those families will go through if they don't get closure their entire life. I mean, I'm sure they could just contact the military eventually, but man, it's best if they know now. And maybe those notices are like the only evidence anyway. I'll deliver them. I'm not even a part of the fucking Melsenshire force, but apparently they'll believe me for no reason, so sure, let's do it.
Do that? It will keep me from getting discharged, for I'm not going back. Here are the death notices. Take this medicine as well. I have my own right here.
Medicine?
Ironic, isn't it?
What?
I can face the enemy, but I can't face the families of those who fought beside me. Pathetic. Your
Is it
energy
ironic?
will
Because
not
you
be
clearly
spent in
can't face
vain.
the enemy either.
I will pay you well to do this for me, but the road will be long and fraught with grief.
This is going to be the saddest, most painful fucking side mission I think I've ever done. I found a lot more death notices than this, by the way. Oh, you actually just gave me medicine. Is this just straight up alcohol? Alcohol is bigger than the actual fucking thing. Bigger. Alcohol is a greater one, whereas like the minor ones I've been chugging throughout the entire game require meticulous fucking alchemy, getting the perfect fucking ingredients, when I could just be chugging a fucking, just any old beer. Just a fucking Jaeger bomb would bring me back to my male peak performance. Whatever. What do I tell the
Show them what
families?
you want. Won't change what has happened. Their sons and daughters are gone. No one can soften that blow.
Yes, but I can at least not be a cunt about it. Damn, I'm glad I'm taking over from you. You are awful. There's something about you that I really fucking like, but that doesn't change how much of a scumbag you are, sir. Alright, let's make our way out of here. Let's talk to the boy in the box, because he is my favourite man of all time. I wonder, that little, Death Notice mission. Turn to Orsinian page. None of it's going down into tier as far as I can tell. Oh no, never mind. One of the things going down into tier. So I guess the rest is going to be all over the world. Some in the plains, some in Dalentarth, etc, etc. Let me actually take a little look. Missing keys. Yeah, there we go. Mal Dyden, Tak Edstar, Joanne Gortan, and Ram Leovold. The only name that I recognize here is Mal Dyden. And I believe she was a Warsworn. I think. And oh, you know why I'm not recognizing these names? Because these are the names of the people who have died, not the people I need to deliver it to. So what I'm meant to be remembering is Dyden, which I do remember. Meant to be remembering Edstar, Gortan, and Leovold, which I don't necessarily remember. But I guess we'll get around to that eventually. Probably something that seems a little bit urgent, but at the same time, I'm trying to save everyone on that war front here. Except I'm not. I am procrastinating that as long as possible while they all die around me. But it's fine. As long as I save like 1 or 2 guys, I guess I'll still be a hero. Hey, Steg. Oh. Everyone hates you because of your last name, huh? I didn't realize it was a family name. What a badass family name. That's why the girl's all over you.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good story, lend me your ear.
Go for it. I'll cut it off right now.
I'll try to keep it short.
Just make sure you wash it before you give it back.
All the time in the world for embellishment.
Alright then. Well, as much as I do want to hear that, I'm going to ask about the most mundane topics possible first. Like you. You're a very mundane topic, apparently. Tell me about yourself.
No one of consequence. Something the guards in Whitestone failed to realize.
Says the guy who has all the room in the world for embellishment.
Father, he'd take my side. I'm a complete disappointment.
And his embellishment is just, I fucking suck. Oh, you poor, poor, sweet baby boy. I totally agree. Whitestone.
I'm in a cage in the middle of this town. What do you want me to say? I'm not really in a good position to talk about it right now.
I really like you. I love this entire situation. Tell me about these families.
Sinrix, Darkvari, Zungars, and Scorias, all bastards. Not half as bad as these guards. They can't catch all of us, and we can't kill all of them.
There are 4 of them. How few of you can there possibly be? I mean, there's at least 4, because there's at least 4 fucking names here, unless they're sort of like blended together in some kind of horrible incestuous blob. But I mean, come on. You can't kill this pathetic amount of guards. Maybe they're all out on missions right now, trying to kill the rest of you, but I have ended Darkvari, people. They attacked me. I probably killed your dad, so he can't even call you a disappointment anymore. So I guess that makes us homies? What did you do?
What did I do?
Homie.
Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Darkvari, a crime and upper tier in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Edessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm a thug. I am guilty of but one crime only. Stealing a girl's heart. Her name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me?
I mean, can you really blame her family for being mad? You're trying to take her back to your family's fucking bondage dungeon, where you all seem to engage in the worst fucking acts possible. I don't really blame them. Tell me about Hrindi.
The sun that comes to
Nothing wrong with bondage, of course, but I mean, it's their
We
goddamn
met a
daughter.
short time ago, mere weeks. But true love has no memory of time. Yes,
Aww.
Zungars and Darkvari aren't exactly kin. In fact, they're sworn enemies and rivals. Imagine how powerful they'd be if they shared blood instead of spilled it.
I'm gonna get you the fuck out of here, and you're gonna spill all the fluids you fucking want. Except preferably not blood, but you're clearly into that. So, yeah, I'll get you out. I thought your mission was just gonna be, you know, tell the lady where you are, and then maybe she'd come back home instead of just waiting out in a ditch for you for like 1,000 fucking years, just waiting to be eaten by, I was about to say wolves, but honestly probably all these other families. You all seem fucked up as all hell. I'll get you out.
I liked you. From the moment I laid eyes on you through these enormous iron bars.
Hey, I know you fall in love quick, but there's already someone for you.
The head of their mercenaries carries it on his person. I wouldn't want to be the one who has to rifle through his pockets.
I can't wait. Wait, Bjorn? I've met Bjorn. Is he just the guard that we met on the way in, or is he the merchant man? There's no way he's the merchant man. Tell me about your little girlfriend.
I promised to rescue Hrindi from her family's life of corruption. She deserves more than a shack along the snake tail. She deserves sky blossom, whispers. I've been in this cage for weeks.
Two really weird things to pick out. Is that all she deserves? Not love, happiness, security, safety, you know, all the nice things in life. No, she deserves a singular flower. And I'm going to whisper horrible things into her fucking lobes. Okay. Thanks, Steg. That's terrifying. Family. Sorry. Let me say it in a language you might understand. Family. Rivalry.
I care not for stale poison.
It's the sexiest thing I've ever done.
The Zungars and Dokkalfar even know why they're angry. It's an old hatred. Old as the red stone. Hrindi and I want none of it.
Alright, well let's bail you the fuck out of here, shall we? Well, actually, bailing would be way easier. I'm actually just gonna steal the key and set you free in broad fucking daylight, which seems like the dumbest idea possible, but no one thinks it's stupid? Maybe I can just convince the arsehole. That would be a hell of a lot easier for me. Thank fuck you're always alone. Hello? Mr. Always Alone? Okay, here we go.
I don't like folks standing around in the center of town. It looks suspicious.
Well, good, because I happen to be on the edge. I'd like the key to the cage.
Hold on a moment. Repeat what you just said so I can laugh appropriately. You'd
sure,
like the cage
I said
key.
I'd like the key to the cage. Now fucking laugh,
Oh,
bitch.
that is truly humorous.
Oh, he was. I thought he wouldn't. That's a shame. Steg Vari is innocent. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm saying one sentence without a single fucking ounce of evidence. And he just believes it straight up because any fucking word that comes out of my mouth, I'm even a silent protagonist, it doesn't really come out of my mouth. I don't really know what I do. I don't know if I have the most persuasive sign language in the entire world or whatever the fuck, but it works. Whatever it is, it works. I can talk the underwear off of literally any of the burliest of boys, and you happen to be very fucking burly. So, get naked and set the boy free.
So too, eh? The mayor had me do that, to set an example and keep the families in line. Steg's a good kid. A foolhardy romantic, but good. Listen, if you can get him out of here without being seen, I'll turn my back and pretend this conversation never happened. You got me?
And then you'll get murderized, dude. You're gonna get absolutely slaughtered. Like, the man knows you're the one with the key. If he's willing to lock that dude up just for being in love, he's gonna definitely do a lot worse for you being completely incompetent.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I kinda wish I just robbed you. To be honest, that might have been worse for him. Who knows?
Well done.
Get the hell out of here, shall
Now,
we?
You've done me this one favor. Let's finish what we've started. Before I can leave this cursed desert, I need several things.
Wait, so you're just gonna stay in the bars for a while? Fair enough.
Finance our new life in Odessa, our nest egg. It is an heirloom that has been in the Dokkalfar family for generations. Then I need you to find Hrindi and bring her to me at our old meeting place in Snaketail Canyon. Please,
Oh no,
you
he's
must
fucking
do
off.
this for me. For us.
He's fucking off hard.
Thank you.
Even though it would kind of be a lot smarter if he just kind of stayed in here. This was without being seen, was it? Right in front of the fucking full view of what I assume is the mayor's house, which is kind of terrible, by the way. I only just noticed. Yeah, that is where the mayor lives, and I've already ruined his entire life. Oh no. Oh no. He's not gonna be happy. What do we got there? That's a merchant. That's a death notice to this poor random dude in broad daylight? A god?